Hi everyone, welcome to Pearl's Kitchen. Okay, today let's ask God to give us eyes to see good in everyone. Amen. Okay, today I'm going to show you a very interesting recipe. It's called Husainy Curry. And I got this recipe from my grandmother's sister, and I believe she got it off her cook. The ingredients for this recipe are, I've got chicken here, just over 500 grams. It's actually 650 grams of chicken. And it was chicken breast, and I cut it into cubes. And we need to marinate the chicken. And what goes in the chicken is, here I've got a quarter teaspoon of Garam Masala, quarter teaspoon of haldi, that's turmeric. I've got 1 teaspoon of ginger garlic paste, and I've got 1 heaped tablespoon of yogurt, and we'll put some salt in it. We'll also need 6 to 7 wooden skewers, and here I've got 2 large onions chopped with 2 green popped open cardamom in there. And here for the masalas, I've got 1 tablespoon of Dhaniya powder, that's coriander powder, 1 teaspoon of chili powder, half a teaspoon of turmeric, that's haldi, and I've got 2 teaspoons of ginger garlic paste, and I've got 1 tablespoon of ghee separate there, and here I've got 10 to 12 cashew nuts, and I've got 1 tablespoon of coconut, desiccated coconut, and I've got 2 tablespoons of split almonds, and I've got the roasted one, and I've got half a cup of yogurt, and we'll need cream for garnishing it, and we'll need some coriander that's in the freezer, so I'll get that out later. So first things first, we need to marinate the chicken. So let's move all this to one side, because that's for the curry, and we need to get our hands dirty now. So first we'll add some salt, so around half a teaspoon of salt. Then you add the garam masala, turmeric, and the ginger garlic, and then the yogurt. Now you just mix it all into the chicken. That's it. Let it get well coated. Now just leave this aside for 5 minutes. Okay, now the chicken's had its 5 minutes of resting. So now what we need to do is put them in this wooden skewers. So just take each chicken and just put around 4 on each stick. And keep that there, and then just carry on doing this way till you got all the chicken put on the sticks. There you go, we're doing the last bit now. These chicken pieces are a bit big, so I've put 3 on there instead of 4. And that's it now. What we do is just let it rest in a plate, or put it on a plate, and now leave this and let it marinate for half an hour. Okay, while the chicken's getting marinated, what we need to do is make the rest of the curry. So here in the curry, I've got 1 ladle spoon of oil, so oil's nice and hot. And so now what we're going to do is put the 2 green cardamom and put the onions as well. And now what you need to do is let this onion fry for 2 minutes, but don't let it needs to remain white, so it just needs to sweat for 2 minutes. Okay, the onions had its couple of minutes. Now what we need to do is add the ginger garlic and fry that for a couple of minutes as well. Okay, the ginger and garlic has had its couple of minutes as well. So now what we need to do is add all this dry, the dhaniya, the haldi and the chilies, and put it on a low flame so it doesn't burn. Now what we need to do is add the tablespoon of ghee that was there. Give it a stir, and at this point you can add, say, a tablespoon of water. And now let all this masala fry for at least 4 to 5 minutes. Keep stirring all the time. You can see this is still frying, so it still needs at least 3 to 4 minutes. So while, and the gas is on a medium, so while that's frying, what we need to do is you need to take the cashew nut and the almonds and the coconut, and you put it in the mixie and put some water in it, say around 1 or 2 tablespoons of water, and you just make this into a paste. I've done the cashew nut and coconut and almond, and that's how it should look like, paste. I used water to grind it, and you can see the masalas are done now. It's not sticking anymore. So first, now what we need to do is add the yogurt. Keep the flame still on a low flame, like a medium, because I don't want anything to burn. And now put the yogurt in, mix some water in so you don't throw away half the yogurt that's in the cup. And now let this cook for another couple of minutes. There you go, the yogurt, see how lovely it started to look? It smells lovely. Now what we need to do is add all the nuts here, the paste. Again, put a little water. And now let this cook for another 2 or 3 minutes. Okay, the cashew nut paste has had its 3 minutes of frying on a medium flame. So now what we need to do, while that was frying, I put the kettle to boil because we need hot water for this. So now what we need to do is add some salt, because we've already got salt in the meat, in the chicken. So add around a teaspoon of salt in here and give that a stir. And now what we need to do is take all this chicken and start putting it in the sauce. This recipe was made by Husainy. He must have been the chef in my great-grandmother's time. And don't ask me why he put it on the sticks to put it in the sauce. But it's really, really delicious. So what we do now is, let me dry my hands. Now we'll need the hot water. Now we need to start pouring the hot water around the chicken. You need to put water to your thickness of the gravy you need. At least put at least two cups, because the chicken has to cook as well. Try not to stir it too much. I think I'll put a little bit more, because it'll, when the chicken's cooking, it'll dry down. So say 2 to 2.5 cups of water in there. Now what we need to do is let it come to a boil, which it's going to right now. And as soon as it starts to boil, you need to reduce the heat and put the lid back on. Yeah, it's starting to boil now. So I'm going to reduce the heat. I'm going to put the lid back on, and now you let the chicken cook for 10 to 15 minutes. Okay, my Husainy curry has had its 15 minutes, and the chicken's nice and tender. And you can see it's bubbling away. So now we need to do is put the gas off. Bring this here. And now is the point. You can either take the chicken off the stick. That's what I couldn't understand the point of putting the sticks. Or, like me, I just serve it with the sticks. So you just put it on a dish. And this goes really, really delicious with fried rice or with naan bread. Now what you need to do is pour all the sauce over it. Really smells delicious. So when all the sauce is on there, then what you need to do is you need to put some cream, garnish it with cream. Tiny bit more. And then, remember I said coriander? I keep my coriander in the freezer. A few leaves of coriander. It looks absolutely delicious. And I promise you, it tastes delicious as well. So go and have a go at this Husainy curry. Cook it and see what you think about it. And don't forget to share my link with your friends. And if they don't find my link, just go onto YouTube and just type in Pearl's Kitchen, and you will see all my lovely recipes on there. So till then, you enjoy this Husainy curry. Like I said, it goes very nice with fried rice or naan bread. And I shall see you again next time with some more delicious cooking.